What's up, YouTube? As many of y'all already know, I love horror as a genre, so we're going to talk about my 3 favorite horror movies. The first being The Taking of Deborah Logan. Now, this movie right here is scary as hell. I'm telling you, if you've never watched it, you need to watch it. So basically, a group of college students are assigned to document the lives of Deborah and her daughter Sarah. The reason they're doing this is because Deborah has Alzheimer's and they need to document how Alzheimer's affects a person in their family. So as they're doing their assignment, they realize Deborah is acting very strangely. So it turns out that this dude named Desjardins, he was a doctor and he wanted immortality. So he planned to kill Sarah, Deborah's daughter, to be the 5th victim in this ritual so he can become immortal. Deborah found that out, so she killed the man and buried his body in the backyard. Not gonna lie, savage. That's some shit that a mother would do. Anyway, turns out that the Jordan ends up possessing Deborah. So as he's possessing Deborah, he tries to kidnap Kara, which is Sarah's daughter, to finish the ritual. However, the first attempt fails, which leads to Deborah being in the hospital. As Deborah's in the hospital, her friend comes and just to check on her, and Deborah asks her friend to kill her. Well, it turns out that Desjardins was more powerful than they expected, ended up knocking out the best friend and escaping the hospital. Meanwhile, the college students and the daughter are still at the house, talking and mingling. So they find out that Deborah escapes and that she took Kara. So they meet her and they actually see them at the hospital entrance/exit, leaving. And so they end up leaving. So they call the sheriff's department, and Sheriff Linda comes up, and they realize that Deborah is going to the location that Desjardins killed the previous 4 victims to become immortal. So they go down there and they find Deborah, and Deborah, this scene is weird. Deborah is eating her granddaughter whole. This scene is crazy. This is a crazy scene. So they ended up freeing Deborah from Desjardins' control, and Kara, who actually had cancer this entire time, she managed to overcome her cancer and is now celebrating her 10th birthday. However, Kara, when the movie is ending, turns towards the camera and starts smiling sinisterly, implying that Desjardins is now possessing her. Y'all, this movie, I'm telling you, a solid 8 out of 10. The movie is scary, it has jump scares, it's intriguing. I love it. Definitely watch it. Child's Play. Now, I'm not talking about the 2019 one, because honestly, I think that one is trash. But I'm talking about the original Child's Play. So this movie, if you all haven't seen it, this movie is about a doll being possessed by a criminal. He was running from the cops. He was in a toy store, and the cop ended up killing him, and he possessed the Chucky doll. Now, my personal favorite one is The Bride of Chucky. This movie is basically about Chucky, and he got a wife mistress. I haven't seen the movie in a while. I'm going to have to rewatch it. But they end up getting together and somehow having a baby boy, and I'm just going to call him Chucky Jr., but Chucky Jr. is an evil, and he ends up helping the people kill Chucky. Now, this is more of a comedy rather than a horror movie, but on the horror scale, I still give it a 5 out of 10. There are some scary parts in it. A Quiet Place. Y'all, if y'all have not seen this movie, I'm telling you, you need to watch this movie. This movie does a phenomenal job building suspense, and just the jump scares that are in the movie, phenomenal. I'm telling y'all, watch this movie. But basically, this movie is about these aliens who arrived on planet Earth via a meteor. And they come down, they're completely blind, but they can hear extremely well. I believe the movie set up to 50 miles away from their location. And they're really fast. Really fast. One of the first scenes in the movie, the daughter of the family gave batteries to the son because the son had this rocket ship. The son put the batteries in, and they were walking in the forest. The rocket ship went off, and the monster just rushing, bulldozing. The rest of the family just sitting there, except for the dad. The dad done passed the infant off to the wife and running to try to save his son, but he couldn't make it in time. The creature got his son. I mean, brutal death, honestly. Brutal death. But after that, the family kind of falls into a depression. The daughter is upset. The father, he's upset, of course. And the mom, she's upset. Nobody is blaming each other. Well, the daughter blames herself. And the daughter's deaf as well. But towards the end of the movie, the family's like sanctuary, because they live on a farm. At the farmhouse, they make noise, so the creatures start attacking the farmhouse. In the Mishtrava, they figure out that high frequency noises gets the creatures to open up their weak spot, which is in their face, because the creatures are completely bulletproof. The outside of their skin is hard as a rock. So the mother killed one in the basement, and then the daughter is outside, because the daughter, being a teenager, she's letting her emotions and shit make her mad and cloud her judgment. She's outside, and she's in a truck, and they're being attacked by one. So the father makes the ultimate sacrifice. The daughter's like, no. She's shaking her head because, again, she's deaf, so she doesn't talk. They talk in sign language. But the daughter's like, no. And the father basically sacrifices himself to save his kids, like any father would. So, again, y'all really need to watch this movie. Honestly, on a horror scale, a 10 out of 10. I highly suggest y'all watch it. But yo, fam, I appreciate y'all for checking out this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.